Okay, so it's a nice late summer night, DG Motors. Just finished up my air gap intake manifold and big Gulp throttle body swap on my 5.2 Magnum. As you can see there. Fit like a charm. All gaskets included. Everything that was required or needed came, and everything fit and went in real nice. Truck runs great, and top end and mid-range were all improved. So for any people that don't trust it or aren't exactly sure if it's a good idea, I mean, I've only been driving for a few hours and I'm loving it already. I know the stock computer hasn't fully learned it yet, but it's definitely worth it so far. I'm going to track my miles per gallon, see how that works, if it goes up or down. It's going to be kind of hard though. I like the throttle response, so my foot might not be able to stay out of it all the way. So, I don't know. We'll see how hard that is. The only thing about this manifold is, and Hughes tells you about this, is that it does not come with a spot to put the stock IAT sensor, intake air temp sensor. Where the stock one would sit right about here on the kegger on the side. So knowing this, because they tell you, and in the instructions they tell you, everybody has the breather that goes to the valve cover there, but instead I replaced mine with just a Moroso filter in the back there. So that freed up the pipe, or the hose rather, that goes to the K&N intake. It frees up the nipple, so I put the IAT right here, right before the air filter. I mean, you can't get much more accurate than that about what the motor's sucking in. So, extended the harness, runs around, back through here, to the back, under the intake here. Oh, sorry. Butt connected down there. There it is. And then back to where the original wiring harness is. So all I did was extend the wires, and I put the IAT right here in the K&N intake. So I'll start this thing up, and I'll show you the difference in sound of the intake, and there is a noticeable change in the exhaust note and the cam as well. So let's start it up and see how she sounds. Definitely an idle change. Sucks a lot more air. Sounds almost like a 5.9. It's definitely got the power. Here's the exhaust from the back. Still got the duals. Let me give you a few revs. I think that sounds nice. Way nicer than before. Thank you Magnaflow for the sound, as well as my exhaust shop that did all the customs piping. Thank you Edlebrock and Hughes engines for the intake manifold, and thank you Hughes for the big old throttle body. I don't know where that guy's going in such a rush. Thank you K&N for the intake, Mopar for the motor and everything else. And and MSD for the ignition system. Respect to all the companies. I'll get a driving video too, so you can hear the difference while we're driving. So let's go do that. Okay, so we're in the Grand now, and we're gonna go for a ride. 179,800 miles. Just did a fresh oil change too. Put those headlights on. 6,500 HIDs. Let's do this. Windows are down. I checked with the scanner, the IAT's reading 105 to 110 degrees now as opposed to 170 to 180 degrees, so it's reading about 70 degrees cooler. Barely pushing that throttle. This is the way the truck should have been from the factory. This is so nice. I'll get on the highway and do a mild pull. 67 degrees outside. Perfect night for a drive. Humidity is about 50 to 60%, so it's nice in that way too. Oh, look at this, I'm getting lucky, I'm getting all the green lights. Let's keep it that way. Air gap and the big Gulp throttle body really helped out with the exhaust, the cam, and all the other mods. I went back to the stock computer because gas is hitting 451 on super or 93 octane around here, so it's getting a little ridiculous. I went back to the stock computer to save a little money on the gas. 451 a gallon. Get the hell out of here. That's crazy. It's crazy for regular. Regular is 415 a gallon. It's not much better. So my wallet might not like this, but I'll give you guys mild pull. All right, let's go. Get over to the middle lane. 3, 2, 1. That's pretty freaking sweet. That's a lot more merging power than last time. That was about half throttle. I only drove about 20 miles since the computer's been hooked back up and everything's been on, so I don't really want to floor it until the computer is definitely learned, and I know that it sometimes takes up to 500 miles, so I'm going to be waiting on that. But I hope that was appealing. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this. I'm going to head home for the night. Next video will be probably a 0 to 60. Thank you for watching.